Hi, I am making this video and it's not the normal verse of the day video. For a whole week, I have been putting it off, and it's not that I didn't want to share, but it's personal and it's something that you really don't share much. But I have been with this on my mind and my heart for a whole week. So, um, it's been officially 4 weeks since the whole entire Israel and United States and the people of Iran have been in war and fighting. On February 27th and 28th, I went on a retreat, and I slept over on that retreat. And in the morning on Saturday, one of the leaders said, well, we have waken up to a very different time that we are in. Our world is changing. And she went on to say what was happening. Weeks went by, and last week I woke up 2 times in 2 different dates. It was the middle of the night, around 3 a.m. And Israel was in my mind and everything that was going on the other side of the world. And I just woke up and I said, okay, Lord, I know what this is. So I started praying for the people over there. And then there was another date that I also woke up, and I was like, I'm going to wake up my husband and I'm going to tell him to pray with me. And that was the second time. And then for the next couple of days, I was like, okay, if I wake up again a third night, I'm going to get up and I'm going to pray one more time, because I know what this means. I have to pray. And Israel was on my mind, and the people, innocent people from Iran, they were on my mind. Everyone involved was on my mind and in my heart. Well, a third prayer didn't happen. A third night, like that, I didn't wake up. So on Saturday, last Saturday, right before I woke up, I had a dream, and this dream have been in my mind as clear as if it was yesterday, this whole entire week. So I'm like, I'm gonna make this video, and I'm just gonna share whatever God puts in my heart. So what I dreamt was that I was at a campsite. Last year at my church, I went to all 3 of the summer camps that they have for different ages, and for some reason I dreamt that I was in a camp. It was a Christian summer camp, and I was in the mountains, in this like chapel. It's located, because I googled it today. I was like, okay, I'm finally gonna Google it and see where it is in the United States, because I know I've seen it before. I've seen posts and pictures and videos of people visiting this place. So I googled it. I told my daughter, can you find this place? And I described it to her. And this place is in Cleveland, South Carolina, and it's a chapel. It's like, it looks like a church. There's a cross at the end, and there's like chairs on each side, and it's open, and you can see down towards the hills and all of the mountains. It's a beautiful place. Sometimes there are clouds and you can't see the mountain in the hills. And sometimes it's clear as day. There's no clouds, and you can see the mountains and the valleys and the hills. It's a beautiful place. I've never visited it, but I dreamt about it. So I dreamt that I was in that place with more people. There was like a lot of people there sitting. And the next thing I know, and it was dark, it wasn't daylight when I dreamt about this, but suddenly I saw a huge light in front of me. It was a big ball of light, and it exploded. What I saw was that the sun was exploding right in front of my face. And I have seen movies before of like war and like military movies and things like that, and I have seen how, like, bombs explode and things like that. It looked like the sun was exploding in front of me, this huge giant ball in far distance. And I saw how the air was pushing materials and like wood and like trees up in the air, with air coming towards me. And then for some reason, like behind me, there was a closet, so I hid in the closet. I don't think that place has a closet. Like I said, I've never visited it, but when I turned around and I hid in the closet, and I came out of it, everybody was gone. And I started looking for bug spray in one of the book bags inside the closet. Again, this is a campsite. that I was in. And when I Googled it today, it says Camp Greenville or something like that. That's what it's called. And I'm like, oh, so it's a camp. It is like a YMCA camp or something like that. And a lot of people visit it, visits. But whenever I was looking inside the book bag for this bug spray, because I'm like, well, like in my mind, I was like, it looks like this was like a bomb, like a catastrophe. So if there's nowhere to sleep, if there's nobody around here, I'm gonna need bug spray because I'm gonna get bitten by bugs at night and I'm gonna have to like sleep out in the woods. And then all of a sudden I see one of the camp leaders come with like kids behind him. Like it was a mixture of adults and like older teenagers with the camp leader. And he asked me, what are you doing? You're not supposed to be touching that. And I said, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know I wasn't supposed to be touching that. And then he says, well, we had a training earlier and they told us what we can use and what we can't touch from the campsite. And I was like, okay, I'm sorry. I wasn't in the training. I drove by myself all the way up here. So I didn't make it on time for the training. And for some reason, I turned towards the rest of the leaders that knew me. And I was like, you can even ask them. I'm like, I'm not that type of person to be going around people's belongings looking for stuff or even stealing. Like they know who I am. Like basically I was saying like I'm clean. I'm not, like that. And when I woke up from that dream, for some reason, the first thing that I thought was, or that came to mind was that the time was 7:32 a.m. When I looked at the time on my phone, it wasn't 7:32 a.m. But I don't know why that time came into my mind. Long story short, as the days went by, again, I had this dream last Saturday. It's been a week. I don't know why I dreamt this. I have dreams, and sometimes they are very insignificant, and sometimes they have really deep meanings. And I try to let them just rest, meditate on them, process them, see if they have any meaning. Like, why did I have this dream? And I have been thinking about. I have been thinking about it a lot, and this is my conclusion. That the end is near. That's one. That everything that we are seeing, it is written in the Bible, and it has to come to pass. All these things have to happen, needs to happen. The next thing is that it has become more clear that we are living in times where we can see evil clear as day, and we can also see good. We can see God and we can see the devil. We can see how people are losing their heart of soft heart, like that their hearts are turning into stone. Another thing is that came to my mind after that dream is especially that part whenever I said like my leaders know me, they know who I am, like they know everything about me, they know I'm not like that. And it just kept like being in my mind, like what does this mean? And I'm like, this is a time for us like to come clean with our family, with our friends, with people, like to tell our stories, to tell people our testimonies, to tell people our struggles, to tell people like who we are, like what we believe, what are our convictions, to if you gotta speak to, I don't know, your children, your family, your spouse, your wife, your husband, about things that you have done that you have probably hit them and they don't know about it. It's time for you to speak out. It's time for you to start talking about the Bible, about God if you are a believer. It's time for you to come to Christ if you are not a believer. There were so many things in my mind that I was just like, what does this dream means? And I'm not trying to say that I am a prophet, that I can see the future, or that this thing is going to happen, that the United States is going to be bombed or anything like that. I'm not saying that. I think this is like a warning sign that we need to be straight with the Lord, that we need to come to Christ, that we need to have an encounter with Jesus Christ, that we need to connect with him, find him, seek him, and start praying and start fasting and reading our word and stop being so distracted with so many things that are happening. We are so distracted all the time with social media and with so many different things that once we grab this device, we just lose our time. We really do. And it is time for us to start focusing on our spiritual life and how we are spending our time with the Lord, how we are spending our time with our family, with our close relatives. What are we doing so they can get to know Jesus? So I know this is a lot, and I mean that's my point. That's the whole thing I'm trying to say. Like, it's time. It's time to get serious. It's time to stop playing around and wasting time thinking that we're just here to have a wonderful time. This is serious, and honestly, we don't know when our last day will be here on earth. We don't know when Christ is going to come, and that's another topic for another day because I had a dream about the rapture, and I don't want to scare anybody, or I don't want to freak anybody out, or worry anybody, but it's time. It's time, people. That's all I have to say. I hope this really convicts you and helps you think on how we are managing our time and managing our lives. Is there anything that you need to speak out and tell someone you trust? Go ahead and do that with the Lord. Come open with the Lord, transparent and honest, and you'll see your life change, your heart change, your mind change. And anyway, that's all I have to say. Sorry for making this so long. Yeah, so let me know what you think. If you know anybody else that have had dreams like that, or if you have had any dreams like that, comment below. Let me know your thoughts. And yeah, I'm here to listen. And God bless. Thanks for listening.